All right, everybody, Mr. O back, and still working with inequalities, but this time we're going to do systems of equations with inequalities. So first things first, always make sure, check our apps, Inequalz, in my case, number 7, and my program was already on, so just hit continue. Now, in this case, because last time we did a video, it was watching how to do one individual. So this time we're going to do two at the same time. So let's look at number 1. I have y equals, or y is less than or equal to negative x minus 2. Then we have y is greater than or equal to negative 5x plus 2. So we've got that. Now this is where things change up just a little bit because of what we're looking for. First things first, let's just see what happens when you hit graph. So we've got both of these things going on at the exact same time. You see the blue shading, you see the red shading, then you see the crosshatch where they overlap. Let's make things a little simpler. To draw your graph, second trace, Inequality app, and let's find that point of intersect. In our case, it's 1, negative 3. So let's start by drawing 1, negative 3. Now, where is the y-intercept for the first graph? It's at negative 2. So now, through those 2 points, I can draw my first line. And the reason why it's solid, 1, the graph shows us that, but 2, the inequality has an equal to. Now let's look at the second. The second y-intercept is at plus 2. And again, best of my ability. There we go. Okay, so we've now drawn our graph. We used the intersection point and the y-intercepts, drew our graphs. Now, where on earth do we shade? Some of you can probably figure this out now. Shade where they both overlap. So where's that cross-hatching happening? But if the screen right here is way too confusing and too busy, go back to your calculator, second trace, but instead of using this the interest trace, or the intersection as we call it, let's use this number 3. I'm sorry, not 3, 2, inequality intersection. Where are they both? So the inequality intersection, whatever color you want. Since we're using blue and red, I'm just going to switch over to purple, this pinkish purple color, and do number 2. And see, now, instead of that busyness, we now have, oh, it's right there. It's in that lower right-hand corner between the 2. And that's where we would shade. Now, real quick, I'm going to check something. And then I also said identify a point that makes the system true. So inside of this right here, that little shaded region, I just need you to find me a point that makes it true. There are a couple different ones in this case. Personally, I would probably go with this one right here. And the point that makes it true would be 2, negative 5. because that point falls right in the middle of that shaded area. So good luck with this. Watch the video as many times as you need to, of course, and if you're in class, ask any questions, but those are the things you need to use whenever making your graphs for systems of inequalities.